Thanks for clicking on the video. Before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Inspired by the yearly XXL freshman list and our consistent urge to be a platform regional fighters are able to benefit from, the Scraps started their yearly top-of-the-class list back in 2021. During that time, we decided to debut the Scrap 7, which is a list of 7 prospects that have separated themselves from the rest of the regional bunch. In case you didn't know, being at the top of the class means you're an up-and-coming fighter who is making noise on the regional scene. That next level should be right around the corner, and some may have been booked for Dana White's Contender Series. We decided to feature fighters that were starting to generate hype, finishing fights, taking on tough competition, capturing regional titles, and/or fighting on the best and biggest regional promotions possible. To legitimize the selections moving forward, we wanted to take a look back at where our 2021 class is now, since our 7 fighters featured last year are on the verge of big things today. Our middleweight pick was none other than Canada's Aaron Jeffery. He recently debuted in Bellator after fighting twice on Contender Series. Shortly after winning, he took a short-notice fight against the then number 2 ranked Austin Vanderford. He only needed the first round to make one of the biggest statements in MMA this year. Aaron is now ranked number 6 in the promotion, just a couple fights away from a potential title shot. Now officially in the rankings and more eyes on him, his career is really just getting started. Does Bellator have a future world champion on their hands? Only time will tell. Moving on to our lone woman on the list, Yasmine Yuri. Yasmine finally made her highly anticipated UFC debut this year at UFC San Diego. She is now being looked at as a future star in the strawweight division after a wildly impressive showing. We've been watching her for quite some time, so we hate to say we told you so, but we did. Yasmine is going to have a long UFC career, and we can't wait to continue watching it all unfold. Next on the list were the Figlak brothers. They filled our lightweight and welterweight slots last year. Not only are they one of the most impressive MMA siblings today, they are extremely fun to watch. Mike recently got signed to the UFC and debuted on the promotion's first card in France. As for his brother, Matt should hopefully be getting that much-deserved Cage Warriors title shot soon. He's been on a mission wiping out the welterweight division, so if the call-up is not near, let's get some gold around his waist. Our light heavyweight selection, the pleasure man Anton Turklej, was surprisingly signed to the UFC on short notice recently. This comes just weeks after getting the win on Contender Series, but not getting the contract. Regardless, he's still one of the most exciting fighters in the division, and we can't wait to watch him put on for Sweden. Anton will be making his debut at UFC 279, the same night his training partner Khamzat Chimaev headlines his first pay-per-view against Nate Diaz. It should be a good one you won't want to miss. Moving on to our flyweight selection, Mitch Raposo. He was just coming off his time in the Ultimate Fighter house when the list dropped. After the show, he ended up on Season 5 of Contender Series in one of the best matchups of the season. Since then, he has bounced back and is now closing in on his much-deserved CES MMA flyweight title shot. Now last but not least, our bantamweight Paul Capaldo was tearing through the CFFC 135ers in 2021. He also had a beautiful viral KO that rose his stock to new levels. Paul was supposed to be featured on Season 5 of Contender Series, but unfortunately tested positive for COVID-19. He's now in the process of making his CFFC return, and we can't wait to see the level up. If you'd like to read more about our Scrap 7 when they were selected, you can check the links in our description below. Make sure you stay tuned to the Scrap because we'll be naming our 2022 selections very soon. Which of the fighters named on our 2021 list have you been following lately? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with the fastest rising YouTube channel in combat sports and sports entertainment. Until next time.